Hey, happy New Year, everybody. Hope everybody had a good celebration. I was ready to start off 2023. With that, we wanted to take a look kind of at some historical prices. And what we did is we mapped out third ranges on these charts. So let's jump in. This is a December monthly continuous corn chart, and those yellow lines each represent a third. So you can see in here, going back to about 2005, we're going to call the top third of corn prices at 6 to 750, your mid third 450 to 6, and your bottom third about 3 to 450. Price today on December 23 is hanging right around that $6 area. So again, just illustrating here at the first of the year, where price is at relative to previous years, and what we might be able to expect here, going forward into 2023. The continuous corn, or excuse me, the D's corn futures here over the last 3 years is pretty self-explanatory. We've been in a bull market, so every year has been a little bit higher, but again, we are another 50 cents, give or take, at the start of this year compared to where we started last year. So, here at Prime Ag on our report, we've been rewarding with sales. We think these are good values to protect. Here's a monthly soybean continuous chart here for November. Again, your top third, 1350 to 16, your mid third, 11 to 1350, and your bottom third, 850 to 11. So again, as we work through these, zones that you want to be sellers in, obviously we want to try to avoid that bottom third in there. As we go back, this chart goes back to, it looks like 2003. Here's the start of the year. Nov futures prices again have been increasing year over year the last 3 years, with a 13.94 starting price in here today. So we've been aggressive sellers in this $13.90 to $14 range, 14 and a quarter. Again, we like these values. As you can see from the charts, our belief is we're starting here in this top third. July Chicago monthly wheat again. We're going to call that third 850 to 10. You've had a few spikes above there. Doesn't last very quickly, and trying to get people to make sales at that price point is a long shot. I mean, we've made phone calls, and there's always concerns, and with good reason. But again, we feel these levels are pretty fair in here. Your mid third 7 to 850, and your bottom third 550 to 7. So again, you can see the increase in price at the start of the year. We can't emphasize that these are good values to get started. You do have some war uncertainty yet here in the wheat market. Wrapping things up, we wanted to keep this one quick. Zoom out on the charts. Historically, we're at very good prices. You could argue that, in fact, we are in the top third of the pricing range for corn and beans. Wheat, up definitely above that mid level. And then just as a reminder too, 3 years ago, corn was in the bottom third, beans 3 years ago were in the mid third, and wheat only 3 years ago were in the bottom third of the range. So it doesn't take long, to get back to those prices. With the current price incentive, there is plenty of incentive to raise grain out there. So keep this in mind as we go through the year. A person could sit here and argue and say, well, 3 years ago we started selling at the bottom third, and that's certainly true. So, again, going back to those charts, if you look, and you're making sales here now in the $6 range, you could potentially argue that you're starting in the top third. So again, however you want to spin it, that's fine. We just want to paint the picture of what we're looking at here for price targets as we go through the year. If you got questions, give us a call. We do option strategies. We can help you, work with you on cash sales, put options, anything of that nature. So we got a good year ahead of us. We're looking forward to getting off to a good start. And again, if you have questions, feel free to reach out to us. Thanks.